Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a new vlog. I just made these cinnamon rolls. It's funny, I was just saying, like, I don't have anything for cinnamon rolls. And I was thinking, oh, I needed brown sugar or molasses because I had sugar, and you can mix those two together to make brown sugar. And the whole time I'm focused on brown sugar. And they're cinnamon rolls. So the thing is, I didn't have any of that, but I did have some not Pillsbury, but I had some biscuits, and I know you can make your own or whatever, but so I just took biscuits, right? And I rolled them in the sugar cinnamon mixture all the way around. I shoved them into the cast iron, and then I took cream cheese and butter in a separate bowl, like half a thing of cream cheese and like a quarter, maybe half a stick of butter, melted those together, creamed them together, and then I actually took some marshmallows because it was a little bit too, cream cheesy tasting, a little sour. So instead of taking sugar, I took sugar, but it was marshmallows, and mixed that in, and then I just spread it on top and then sprinkled it with cinnamon and sugar again, and I actually baked them for a long time, longer than 13 minutes that it said. For the biscuits, I probably baked more than 25 minutes, just because I knew that stuff would be soaking into the top of the biscuit, so I can still feel that it's actually still very much tender. It's not burnt at all. But yeah, so there's an idea. If you guys also don't have brown sugar and you're craving that and you don't feel like buying the brown sugar and all that fun stuff, there you go. I had just spooned one out of there. Oh, it looks so good, you guys. That is what it looks like. At first I thought, oh, it's raw, but it's like, no, that's the cream cheese mixture that fell down through. So it looks really, really good. Oh, it looks good. And I wanted it kind of like the monkey bread type of thing, where it's still kind of crispy and got lots of cinnamon and sugar and stuff, even though I don't have the brown sugar. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, so this day did not go as planned. It is much, much later than it was when this vlog started. So I forgot to mention that yesterday's vlog ended, or that day, before when I ended the vlog, I was saying that my son was going to go to a football game. Well, we ended up picking him up from it pretty late. So I probably ended up going to bed around the same time. The problem is, or maybe a little bit later. I don't remember what time I went to bed. That's the problem. And no, it was pretty late, actually. I remember it was past 11. It might have been close to 12. Anyways, the point is, so I went to bed kind of late, a little bit later than usual, and then I'm awake throughout the night with my daughter, and then I didn't actually get out of bed until like maybe close to 8, and then I was like, oh shoot, I really need to get up. And I was thinking, it's fine, at least I got to sleep a little bit longer than usual. Well, I go out into the dining room for whatever reason. I think I let Jack out. I let my dog out. That's what it was. And then I noticed poop on the floor. And mind you, I just cleaned out the cat box. It wasn't dog poop. It was cat poop. And I'm thinking, what in the world? And the other day, my daughter's pop-up tent, we thought that Jack peed, because Roxy's female, obviously, the name. And Jack is a male dog. Jack pees on things. And if Roxy has to pee that bad, like, she'll hold it. Not that she ever, like, if there comes a time where we don't get home fast enough or something, like, if she has ever peed in the house, let's just put it that way, she will not pee on items. She will just pee in the middle of the floor. So I blamed it on Jack. I thought it was Jack that peed on that little pop-up tent for my daughter. And then I realized, like, if it was Jack, there would have been pee on the edge. He's not going to go inside and squat and pee. And then I think my husband, or I think I figured out that the cat peed on that. And then she had a clean litter box. Like, I'm swearing. So, like, I don't know if, like, she's just getting too old, or maybe she's getting a little bit pickier. Maybe she needs fresh litter. So my husband bought litter today. But back to the whole poop. So I wake up, I'm thinking, it's okay. I'm going to have a good morning. Got, like, a little bit more sleep. I see poop. And then I'm reminded of pee on the pop-up tent that I still have to clean. Yesterday was just like, you would think you would have time to clean stuff, something like that. I didn't. And I mean, like, really clean, like, clean the whole tent. The pee is, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just wipe it clean. It's my daughter's tent. Like, I would have to soak it after I clean it, and I didn't get to do all that stuff. And then, so anyways, I was just like, you know what? That's not going to ruin this day. Just pick up the poop. I did that. And then I was thinking, I wanted to do something about, mopping. I wanted to get the floors mopped. I was like, I'm just going to have a good day. I'm going to get these floors mopped right away. And then I noticed that the dishes are completely full. And then I'm just thinking, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like one thing after another. And, like, I would turn around, see something, and go to take care of that thing. And I would go wherever it took me to go take care of it. And I would find another problem, and so on and so on. And it just kept happening. And then another thing that kind of threw me off this morning is the fact that usually I don't wake up with my daughter. I do during the night, but when I get up, the majority of the time is still in bed. And then, so I was like, it's fine. We'll just try to go about our day as much as we can, like usual. So I go to feed my daughter, and she's eating and eating and eating. I think I've already breastfed her at this point, but she's eating, like, pears. I cut up pears and I put them in the fridge. She is eating those so fast that she eats all of them. And I'm like, oh crap. Okay, I'll give her some eggs that I had in the fridge. I open it up and it stinks. And I'm like, okay, not having those. So I'm, like, trying to cook her some fresh eggs, trying not to give her, like, snacks while she's waiting. So I was like, okay, I'll give her a little piece of bread, and she scarfed that down. And I'm like, the whole time I'm trying to, like, distract her so I could just hurry up and cook these eggs, and that's how fast she's eating. And eggs don't take that long to cook, but it took forever for them to cool down. I put them in the freezer for a tiny bit, and it was just like, okay. So then after that, she ate. I'm trying to think, like, all the events of this morning. Just kind of, like, basically, long story short, there's way more. But ultimately, it just left me feeling, like, really stressed out. And my son has homecoming. And he keeps saying, like, oh, I guess I could wear this. I guess I could wear that. And, like, this whole time, from the time that I've known about it until now, like, I did not have any money that I could, like, go, spend on, like, a tux or a suit or whatever. So I'm just, like, I have that in the back of my mind. And he ended up eventually, Earl took him and got him, like, a nice flannel, because my son was saying, well, I could just wear, like, a nice pair of jeans and a flannel and my boots and, just try to look nice, And so he went and got him a flannel. I'll insert a picture here. Just try to scoot over. And it's just like, I was on Instagram today, and I shared it to my stories. It said, like, it's funny because I seen this in the morning. It was, I don't know what the rules are with sharing things on here that are that, so I'm not going to share it, but it basically was a video clip of a mom and her kids in bed, and they're watching a movie or whatever, right? And it says, like, the mom is thinking or something, like, or mom thoughts, like, oh, something like, oh, she didn't do a good job that day. Basically, she gave her kids chicken nuggets for dinner, and she's not doing anything special with them. She's just watching a movie, or it's just like she's just not having a good day, and like the day just ended up being like just a movie and chicken nuggets. But the kids, it said the kids' thoughts are like, oh, movies with my mom are the best, I love that kind of stuff, and I had the best dinner tonight, or my favorite dinner. You know what I mean? I totally butchered that, but the point is, like, I did not until now just think about that, how it's kind of weird how I just saw that, and that's exactly how I feel right now, until I just remembered that. And it's like, I'm hoping this whole time, like, my daughter is just thinking like, oh, good, mom's just giving me all this stuff that I obviously love, because she's scarfing it down, and I'm feeling guilty the whole time because I want her to eat eggs. But I thought the eggs were done, and they weren't done, or I thought the eggs in the fridge were fine, and they weren't. So I had to cook her more eggs, and it just got me all stressed out. And then, like, the animals make messes. Like, sometimes they do things we don't know, like, why they're doing it, but it happens. And it's just like, I was just really, like, I feel like I just need to, like, just stop. I'm just, like, getting all worked up. I feel like today I just feel like I can't breathe. It's like my son, I don't know, him saying, like, it seemed like he was totally fine with wearing what he ended up wearing. And I'm just, like, beating myself up for it, because I feel like I tried so hard for my oldest son to look as good as I could get him to look, on what little money I had. And, like, Earl didn't have a lot of money at that time of that, you know what I mean? Like, he has good money, but it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff happens. And I feel like I tried harder with him, but I didn't mean to. It's not like I didn't care that Jace didn't have anything to wear. I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of like my thought process. It's like my thought process kind of went there, basically just mom guilt. And then I'm turning around all over the house, and I'm thinking, like, I just have so much to do. And my husband's like, he's saying, like, you just need to calm down. He's like, I don't know, you just quit worrying so much about the house. And I'm like, you know why I'm so worried about the house? Because I'm the only one that does anything. And that's not completely true, but, like, what I mean is I'm the first one awake, right? So why would I go out and see poop and just leave it there? I'm like, is this a new thing I should try? Just see it and be like, wonder who's going to pick that up. Because it's like, obviously I have to pick that up. That is something I did not plan to do, but it happened, and I picked it up. And I cleaned pee. And I'm thinking, like, usually what happens is I'll wake up, have a tiny sliver of me time on the weekends. But during the week, I have more me time on the weekends usually, because my daughter will normally sleep. For as much as she's been up through the night, you think she would be tired, but no. It's just like, I'm kind of thinking of trying to, like, sleep train her. But honestly, I feel like with babies, like, once you think you have it figured out, it's changed. It's different. So anyways, this is like the weirdest vlog ever. It started out good, I guess. By the time you guys seen what you seen with the cinnamon rolls, that was me trying to turn my day around. And then I folded the laundry finally that was in the dryer. I do have laundry on the couch that I need to fold at this moment. Not going to be doing it in this video. It was like, I was not even going to share a video, but I thought about it. It was like, I got reminded of that reel that I saw on Instagram, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's almost like I got cursed with that reel. I watched it and then I lived it. But I just wanted you guys to know that if you guys feel like, like your days just don't go as planned, and it's not even like I even planned anything. Let's just put it this way, like you have a routine, and that is kind of a plan, but kind of not, like there's things that you normally do. But then one morning you wake up and there's a ton of things that you normally don't do that you have to do. And it just like throws everything off, or you wake up way later or way earlier than you planned on. And it feels like you just don't have any time to breathe. So that's the funny thing, is like my mom actually had called me when after my husband and I dropped my son off at school for the dance. And my mom had called me, and I almost answered it. And then I didn't, because I was thinking about how today went, and I'm thinking like, maybe I'll call her when I get home, because my daughter was asleep in the back of the truck, and I'm thinking, to me, this was my me time, even though I'm riding in a truck. I just felt like sometimes you just got to take what you can get, like maybe you didn't get the mom downtime or dad downtime that you needed, or just homemaker time that you needed to yourself, time that you need to yourself. Maybe you just gotta take it where you can find it, and that's where I took it. So I told my husband, I'm like, this is just like kind of like my me time. Like, I'm not doing anything I want to do, but at least my daughter's asleep and I'm not worried about anything at the moment, because I don't have a house to look around at. But anyways, so I ended up cooking tacos, quick, easy dinner. Plus I'm trying to use up as much of the, I almost said cream cheese, sour cream as I can, because it's like right at the expiration date. So I'm trying to like use it up as many times as we can. Man, I just feel like today is one of those days. Oh, needless to say, I didn't get any painting done today. And I think ultimately, like, maybe that was kind of what was kind of like throwing me off, not doing all these other things, but the fact that my daughter really didn't take her first nap. I had to pick, this has been happening for like days on end now, where I'll put my daughter down for her first nap, and then she's awake forever, and I'm thinking like, do I just leave her there and wait for her to eventually pass out? And I can't. It's like an hour and a half has gone by at the most, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go grab her. It's just weird at that point. Like, why have her just, I don't know. Is it weird? If you guys know any better, let me know, because I'm not even about to Google this stuff. I don't know what's gonna pop up, and I don't feel like dealing with Google right now on top of everything else. You never know what you're going to get on Google. But, oh. And then when my husband earlier had gone to Walmart to get my son a nice like flannel, I felt bad asking him, but I did ask. I was like, can you? And I was like, oh, never mind. I like was going to ask him to get me some hair dye, and then I changed my mind. I was like, never mind, because I'm thinking like, what am I thinking? I don't need hair dye. I had just dyed my hair with henna, and this is not my natural hair color. It's like my natural color is like an ash brown, but I'm just feeling like it's just so dang dark. I want to highlight it or something. I just want it lighter. So he just said like, no, what did you want or whatever. And I told him, and then he came home with some color and I'm just not in the mood to do it. It's just like, I just can't win. I'm just so tired. I am so tired today. It's just kind of like, it's like a rat race of trying to almost like just get your day together, get your life together, get it all together, get it all done or something, even if there's not that much done or to do. I feel like not even just moms, I feel like every woman kind of feels like that. And it could be like the littlest things. Maybe she doesn't look around the house and like care about too much. But there are things that every woman feels like they need to do. Everyone has a routine, whether they believe it or not. Maybe not a cleaning routine, but there is some type of routine, I'm telling you, that a woman feels like she needs to have. Whether she reads in the morning for 10 minutes, that's a routine. You know, and I feel like this morning, like, whatever my routine is, definitely didn't happen. I know that because I don't feel like any bit of calm. I mean, maybe a little bit now, kind of, but I feel better knowing that my son was happy about like his shirt and everything. And like, you know, boys worry about that stuff too. Boys want to look good, you know, especially when you're going to something like that. But anyways, it has been like one hell of a day. Has anyone else had a weird day today? I almost went on Instagram this morning and put on my stories, like, is anyone as tired as I am today? Or not Instagram, the YouTube community tab. I thought about saying that, and then I'm like, what am I doing? This isn't Facebook. But I don't know. I guess just the way you got to think about it, I'm telling myself this right now too, and you, is, I guess the way I'm going to have to look at it is I may be feeling a certain way because I'm thinking certain things. Like I'm thinking like, oh, my son doesn't feel as special because I didn't buy him a tux. And I'm thinking all these things, but nowhere today or at any point in time has he even said anything like that. And who would? What kind of kid's going to say that? But you know what I mean? Like you just think these things and then you believe them and then it just makes you feel horrible. So quit believing all your thoughts. They are not always true. And I feel like it causes way more stress and anxiety than it needs to. And as far as cat poop, that I don't know. There's no cure. There's no cure. So, yeah, I don't know what is going on with her. She is getting older though. So I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even though it's not really much of a video, but I wanted to record it and get it posted because I didn't want it to go by and be like one of those things that was an afterthought. Like I didn't want to think about it tomorrow and be like, dang it, I should have just in the moment as I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, because then that's when the real words are going to come out and the real thoughts, not like a month later I'm like telling you guys a story about it. It's not going to be as realistic. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed regardless of how this was. And I will see you in my next one. Hopefully it'll be better. A better video and a better day. But regardless of all that, tonight actually ended up being a pretty good night. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.